What's good? 30 Love here. Just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome to my channel. I know this isn't my first video that I've uploaded, but it's my first time really being on camera, introducing myself and what I'm all about. This video is going to be about Tate McRae specifically, and my love for the art that she puts out in the world, in particular, So Close to What, the latest album, and breaking down the Miss Possessive tour show that I went to at MSG here in New York City. Um, I really think Tate has a special sound and is doing something different than a lot of her contemporaries, i.e., Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift. I think she's in a different lane with a lot more rhythm, bounce, and that bass really slaps hard to go along with some killer melodies. Before we get into the show and what I thought was so cool about the Miss Possessive tour, I just want to give a little background on me and what I really love about music and my point of view and why I think Tate is so special in the music that she puts out. I'm from New York, and a lot of the music I grew up listening to was different genres. My earliest memories of music are like Baha Men, you know, Backstreet Boys, um, Destiny's Child, these kind of things. That's what I grew up on. So to see Tate kind of take on this Y2K aesthetic now that she's a little bit older and has matured in her sound and her growth, it's super cool to see her kind of taking a spin on that sound and to deliver something different. And by different, I mean awesome melodies, but like those hard hitting beats. I think choosing to work with Ryan Tedder and Grant Boutin has really changed the game for her. And I think that these are really smart choices for her. And I think that working with those guys has just kind of upped her sound and allowed her to go places other people can't. So we'll get right into it. I went to the Miss Possessive tour here in New York about 2 months ago in September, and I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away. I'm not going to pretend to be a day one Tate fan. I wasn't following her on YouTube. But to see her progression from piano covers from about 8 years ago on YouTube to selling out MSG with big records and seeing the crowd going absolutely nuts, word for word, singing along, I think something is to be said about the way that she carries herself on stage and the whole band, the dancers, the guitarists, the piano, the drums. I think it's a really fun show, and if you didn't get to go, you can check out some of the videos on my page of Revolving Door and some other parts of the show. But we'll start from the top. I thought the entrance was absolutely electric. She comes out to Miss Possessive. She's wearing these sunglasses and just screams pop star, new age Britney Spears. I know a lot of people say that. I think she got more rhythm than Britney. And I know, hot take, whatever. She's lit and easy on the eyes, duh. So when she comes out, she just has this incredible stage presence. And I really thought that the art direction for the lighting and the way that the cameras were positioned was really brilliant. She has a big screen behind her that I'll cut to now so you guys can see what the stage looked like. And the way that the cameramen were following her around and cutting to the different aspects of the show, whether it be her dancers, whether it be her just rocking the stage by herself, I thought it was super awesome directing. I think really captivating, really kept you engaged in the show. And what a group of dancers she has up there with her. Those guys and girls can really move too. So I thought Miss Possessive, just coming out to that track, it's such a high energy track. The bass was just slapping. It was really cool. She gets into more of So Close to What as the show goes on. But in particular, I think my favorite tracks are Dear God, Revolving Door, probably It's Okay, I'm Okay. And if we could stop right there, I just want to get into that song. that beat's crazy. I think it's a really special beat. It hits so hard. The stomps are layered with the kicks. As someone who makes beats myself, I can really appreciate the rhythm that she provides um, with these tracks. And I think what's so cool about Tate is she also does these ballads, and she'll take it back to her roots, like with the slower songs. And I think another song that is just super special is Green Light, and it gets me every time. I'm not gonna lie. When I hear Green Light, I just kind of get transported out of, if I'm in my car or I'm doing something else. It's kind of an out of body experience, and I just go somewhere else when that song comes on. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but people I've talked to have said that it's a special track for them as well. So I think that juxtaposition of being able to rock the stage with like a hard hitting beat with like some killer melodies, and then also being able to tone it down, break out the piano like she did, was super cool as well. And just goes to show that she's very versatile, and she can get in whatever bag she needs to. And I think that's super cool. Not every artist can say that. Um, and then a track like Two Hands, another just very special song. And I think especially on that track, what they get right um, is the use of maybe modern synthesizers, but clashed with like acoustic drums and a drum set played over the beat. So I think the clash and the juxtaposition of these two elements is kind of a defining thing for Tate and her sound. And that mix of modern production with acoustic drums and that old school 2000s feel uh, creates this fresh take and this fresh sound that you're not always going to find with other artists. I think that's one of the coolest things. We'll get into a clip now of Revolving Door, and after you guys can see kind of the way the lights are going off there and the whole production, I'll talk about why I think that live performance was so cool. So we'll check that out right now. So I thought the art direction, particularly on Revolving Door, was super cool. The flashing rainbow, green, red, blue, just you didn't see that light combination with any other track during the show. And I think that it's such a high energy track. Obviously, it's later in the set list. It was towards the end of the show, but that one in particular spoke to me, just because I thought the lighting was really on par. And I don't know if she has like a synesthesia thing going on where she can see colors when she hears certain sounds, but it seemed like they got that just right. Like those were the colors that would go with that high energy song. Um, Again, if you guys didn't get a chance to see the Miss Possessive tour, I'm sorry. Um, it was really cool. And I want to say one of the highlights, even though I wasn't there when it dropped, was her releasing Tit for Tat. This is easily one of the best songs that came out this whole year, without a doubt. I think she debuted it like a week or two after the show I went to, but when I heard that song, I've probably listened to that song every day since it came out. I kid you not. Super infectious, catchy melody. I mean, obviously, the beat is sick. There's a lot going on, a lot of saturation, a lot of different synthesizers kind of layered in there in the beat. Again, as someone who makes beats, I can just appreciate a dope beat when I hear one. But for me, it's that chorus. That's one of the more catchy choruses I've heard in a while. And it seems like a lot of people are putting the chorus first as soon as the song comes out. Now, maybe that's like a trend. Um, but it just grabs your attention right away, and it just kind of leaves you wanting more. I mean, after it's done, I usually play it back a few times. Um, Looking forward to what she has coming up next. And I really just wanted to make this video because I I haven't really been that excited about a new artist in a while. And not that she's new, but I would say the sound that she's evolving into and growing into is something different than where she was on the previous album or anything before that. And she's got cool songs like Rubber Band and stuff like that that are from a few years ago that I like. Um, but I don't think that she was quite at this level and this polished until So Close to What. And I'm just really looking forward to everything she's going to do next. The deluxe just came out. If you guys haven't heard that, check it out. Um, and yeah, I mean that'll probably do it for me on this one. But stay tuned. I'm gonna be going to more shows, more events, and I'm gonna be recapping them and just giving my take because I feel like it's honestly time for me to just accept who I am. I love music. I love nightlife. I love loud bass slapping, and just because I have a 9 to 5 right now doesn't mean that I can't, you know, express who I really am, once I leave that job and come home and can talk to whoever's listening to this and maybe link with some like-minded people online who can chop it up in the comments. If you guys love Tate, love her music, just drop your favorite songs down below. What do you guys love about her? What do you guys love about the music? What are you looking forward from her next? Let's chop it up. What other music do you guys like let me know. There's a lot more music out there besides Tate that I'm into. uh, and I'm sure there's a lot of other cool new artists coming out that someone watching this might know about. So anybody that you guys are looking out for, you guys are into, let me know in the comments down below. I'm not really going to be on a soapbox here, just talking to the camera and not talking to anyone else. I would like to kind of keep a discussion going forward. And thank you for tuning in today. Going to be more content coming on the way, and just looking forward to expressing myself. And music is definitely a therapeutic, super, super cathartic thing for me. And it's something that I think everyone can relate to, and it's something that brings everyone together. So don't hesitate to share where you're from, what you're into. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.